Are you planning to buy a new printer? Well, in today's episode of Simply Explained, we are going to compare inkjet printers and laser printers. We will try to differentiate between them and we will try to identify which is the best printer to print images, or which is the best office printer, and which is the best printer for projects and school work. So without wasting time, let's start with the video. By the way, you are watching Simply Explained on YouTube. Without wasting time, let's start with the printers. For starting with the pros and cons of both the printers, that is inkjet printer and laser printer, let's try to understand what are the differences and how they work. So starting with inkjet printers spray liquid ink through microscopic nozzles on the paper as shown in the picture. Whereas on the other hand, laser printers have a drum unit that fuses or melts toner powder onto the paper. So there is basically a toner powder, or just try to understand it as an ink which is hard and solid in the form of powder, and there is a drum which tries to melt or put the ink on the paper with a laser. So this is how it works. Whenever you are trying to select a printer, there are three main criterias that you should take a look at. First one is the print quality, second one is the print per minute or print speed, third one is the efficiency or the cost of printing. So for example, print quality is basically determined depending on the work that you have. For example, if you print photos, you need a different kind of printer, whereas if you print documents in your office, you need a different kind of printer. Similarly, print speed also plays a better role in selecting a printer. For example, if you want to print thousands and hundreds of documents regularly, lawyers usually print hundreds of documents regularly. In that case, print speed also matters. Next thing is the print cost. As I told you, lawyers usually print a lot of papers and builders usually print lot of papers. So print speed matters as well as the efficiency or the cost of printing also matters. So without wasting time, let's move on to all the different criterias and compare inkjet printers and laser printers in these three terms. Now let's try to understand the paper quality and the print quality and which printer is best in which part. So starting with laser printer has a laser nozzle and thus it can print text that is very crisp and very fine and very small text on a paper. So if you are trying to print something that is related to text, or if you are into office work and if you need a printer for your office work, then a laser printer will be better choice if we talk about the print quality. Whereas on the other hand, inkjet printers use ink which basically does not have that precise printing, and if you are trying to get a printer for your school work, then inkjet printer will be best because the quality and the colors of the ink are better as compared to laser toner colors. So in simple terms, if you need a printer that is monochrome, that has only text prints or is used to print documents in office, then laser printer is best. If you want color printing, then again, if it is a document color printing and if there are only limited colors, then color printer is quite good. But if you are looking for something that prints regularly, photos that prints colors regularly, if your work requires you to print colored photo regularly and on daily basis, then inkjet printers will be quite good for you because they have quite good color correction and printing ability. Both the printers, that is laser as well as inkjet, have their pros and cons. And if we talk about print speed, laser printers provide a print speed from 15 to 100 pages per minute. So on an average, you will get as low as 15 pages and as high as 100 pages depending on your budget. So if you buy a high-end laser printer, it will print 100 pages per minute. If you buy an entry-level laser printer, it will print 15 pages per minute. On the other hand, inkjet printers use ink which requires time to dry up. Thus, inkjet printers are less speedy and they take more time to print. So average speed of inkjet printers is 16 pages per minute, ranging from 5 page to 20 pages per minute. That brings us to 15 to 16 pages per minute on an average. So if you are looking for something that does not require much print speed, then you can go with inkjet printers. If you are looking for something that requires usually 100 to 200 pages every day, then I think laser printer will be better for you. Now let's move on to the print volume. With print speed, there is something known as print volume, that is how much your printer can print at a given time. For example, if you have an HP LaserJet Pro M401N, then it might print 35 pages per minute, whereas if you have a Canon PIX-MA TS6220, which is an inkjet printer, it will only print 15 pages per minute. But monthly there is a print volume that is recommended by the company and the manufacturer. So in case of a laser printer, it is usually 700 to 3000 pages per month, whereas in case of inkjet printers, it is as low as 500 pages per month. So there is a monthly duty cycle versus monthly recommended print volume. So if you print beyond this, then you might face issues on regular basis. So if you are looking for high printing and daily printing, then laser printer is best bet. Now let's move on to the cost and the efficiency of the printer and the printing cost. Usually there are three costs and three things that you should consider while considering printing cost. The first thing is the lifespan of the printer. Next thing is the price of the cartridge, and next thing is the print cost. So let's talk about the printer's lifespan. Usually inkjet printers have a minimum lifespan of 3 years. That is, you might face problem, on an average people face problems in inkjet printers after 3 years, whereas in laser printer it is as low as 1 year, because there is a laser involved. And if you have a dirty inkjet printer and if you don't clean or service inkjet printers, you might face problems. As well as if you don't operate inkjet printers for a long time, let's say maybe for 2 months or 3 months you haven't taken any print, then inkjet printers tend to have a clogged nozzle and the ink gets clogged in the nozzle, thus adding a cost to your printing. Now let's move on to the print cost. Usually laser printers have a cartridge which is kind of costlier as compared to the inkjet printer cartridges, because there is a ink that is dried out, which is a special kind of ink, whereas inkjet printers have liquid ink which can be installed and inserted by your local mechanic. So talking about the cartridge cost is more, and same is the cost of the printer. So first time investment, the cost of the printer will be twice or thrice as compared to inkjet printers. That is, if you get an inkjet printer for let's say 5000 rupees, you might have to invest around 10,000 to 15,000 for an laser printer. So the cost of buying the printer initially is high. If we talk about the printing efficiency and the printing cost is low as compared to inkjet printers. So ink is kind of costly. The cartridges of laser printer are costly, but the number of prints that a single cartridge can give is high, thus getting a print ratio, a print cost as low as 1 rupee per 100 prints. Let's take an example. If you have a LaserJet Pro M401N, you might have to pay $190 for 7000 prints. That is 2.8 cents per page. Whereas if you have a Canon TS6220, which is an inkjet printer, the cartridge cost will be $24, but it will only print 400 pages. That gives a costing of around 6.2 cents per page. So that is triple the cost of laser printer. The cartridge of laser printer is very expensive, but it gives higher number of prints in a single cartridge, thus the print cost is very low. So let's take a quick summary. If you are looking for something to print regularly, and if you print around 3000 documents, minimum 3000 documents per month, and on regular basis if you need to print, and if you are printing something that is related to text, that is for office use, then you should go with laser printer. The cost of the cartridge will be more, but you will have that many prints and the print cost will be less. Plus you might have to invest much in laser printers, but the quality of the print and the crisp text will be more, and you can print faster. Whereas if you are looking for an home printer where you might print some photos, and even you might print something that is related to color printing, or for projects, for school projects and for kids, then you should go with an inkjet printer. But make sure you print regularly and don't stop printing for a month or two. This might mess up with the ink and the nozzle, and it might block the nozzle. So make sure if you print like 400 documents per month, you should go with inkjet printer. I hope you understood, and the comparison between inkjet printer and the laser printer was well. And in case if you want more episodes and more videos like this related to tech in animated format, then I think you should subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Simply Explained. By the way, you're watching Simply Explained. My name is Priyangada, and that's all for this video.